Welcome to Triumphs Lab, everyone. So I think people are still joining. So let's start. However, I am recording this session so that recorded session will be shared in the group later, right? So welcome again. We are happy to have you with us. Uh, we are from Triumphs Lab. Okay, Triumphs Lab is a training platform led by IT professionals from top MNCs. Basically it is focused on helping both freshers as well as experienced, okay, to build real world IT skills and land a great job opportunities in the IT. Okay, courses we offer like manual testing, automation testing, database, API testing, rest assured, JMeter, Playwright, Agile Scrum, Jira, and DevOps, .NET, full stack. Okay, we are basically into testing related and DevOps plus .NET recently we started, right? So why this Triumphs Lab is important, and we are into market from last 8 years. Okay. First thing about the Triumphs Lab is like trainers working in professional top from top MNCs. First thing. Second thing, whatever the training we give, we start from basic to support non-technical candidates also. Okay, and obviously 100% practical and real-time project-based training is provided. Okay, and real scenario-based interview question answers are also covered, and job referrals will be there uh, when it's available, and placement assistance will be there all the time. And one more plus point is like a recorded sessions for revision and future reference that will also be provided on daily basis. Okay, so here, yeah, that's what I covered. All are from top MNCs and practical approach will be there. Okay, record sessions will be provided for future references. And yeah, and we have here Sanjay. Okay, he's going to give a training on DevOps. He's having 10 plus years of experience in DevOps only. Okay, so I'll just hand over the session to him so that he can take you through the all the insights, you know, and demo sessions. He'll take you through. Okay, Sanjay, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhu. Thanks
Yeah,
for the introduction
sure.
and good morning to everyone and welcome to Trams Lab. So this session will be not just a passive session where I will speak and you will just listen and leave. So I want this session should be interactive. So first of all, if you can hear me properly, just type Y in the chat box. So guys, I want participation from everyone and for next 40-50 minutes, your participation is very important. So please type Y everyone. I want everyone should be attentive, like people, this is a Sunday morning, I can understand, but to get you more energized, we will start this session with a yoga. And so don't get afraid of yoga. This is a very small yoga which everyone can do with the sitting of in front of a chair. So the yoga is very simple. What you have to do, you have to take your hand, right hand, at the, raise your right hand, flip it back and flap it on your back for 3 times. It's simple yoga. Please do it, everyone. Raise your hand, turn it back, and flap it on your back for 3 times. Because I want you should appreciate yourself. Because this is a Sunday and you join here with a purpose. The purpose is you want to get upskill in your skill sets. You want eager to learn the new technologies. And I would like to congratulate everyone. The technology which you have chosen, this is the latest technology which is in boom. So DevOps is not a latest technology, but this is a technology which is currently in a boom, which will give you the higher opportunities in the market to get you placed. So it doesn't matter you are a fresher, you are experienced, you are from non-technical background, you are from technical background. What expertise you have, what communication skill you have, everyone can start his career in a DevOps. And the industry is so vast. There are a lot of opportunities. And the problem is always there is a shortfall of a DevOps engineers than requirement. So that's why there is a high availability of a pay scale compared to the other jobs. So now you will ask me, Sanjay, now we see like AI is in a boom and you are talking DevOps is in boom. So does it like contradictory or all? So let me explain you. AI is in its early stages. Okay. So DevOps don't need AI, but AI need DevOps. So this is a very important. So I'm repeating my statement. AI need DevOps engineers. For example, if you want to start your career as an AI engineer, AI ML data ML engineer, you will definitely need help of DevOps skill set. But DevOps not need AI 100% because AI is a new technology which is taking the uh, market coverage from now. But DevOps is from the ages. Like earlier, it was not calling a DevOps. The term was not exist like a DevOps. Still, DevOps exist. So thanks for everyone joining and taking a right decision. So now here, before moving or starting actual session, I want to understand my audience. If you are experienced in IT, type E in the chat box. If you are freshers, type F in the chat box. Or you are non-technical, then type NT in the chat box so that I will understand who are my listeners and I will mold my session according to that. So your responses are very, very important to me to understand my audience and I will set the context of the session as per this. Okay. So I see a lot of F. People are saying F. Okay. So, okay. So here maximum people are freshers only. Okay. Good. So all are from the engineering background or non-technical background. Let me know. Okay. So if you are experienced, you have to type E. If you are a fresher, you have to type F. So I see the freshers are very, very aggressive and they have given the response very promptly. So congratulate all. So you should have that activeness to get the job as well. You should be have the thrust to get more resources, represent yourself. Okay. So okay. So I can see very few experienced and majorly are the freshers. Okay, that's great. So very good. Keep posting, and I want your attention. That is very important. Okay, engineering background and experience, great. Okay, so we have a few experience as well, great. So first of all, in your IT industry for the freshers, experience can relate with my statement. Number of years of experience doesn't matter in the IT industry. It's not like you are 10 years. So let's say example, someone is 20 years of experience in the IT. It doesn't mean he's very knowledgeable and he is very good in technology. The IT is the field which is kept evolving. So you can relate with when you see, just try to remember when you see the first mobile phone in your hand. Just remember when you saw the first time in your mobile. Just imagine that mobile and see the current mobile which now you are using. So you will see there is a lot of difference between these two mobiles. The mobile is the same. The main functionality. So mobile was invented. What purpose was mobile invented? It was invented for the calling, to call one person to another person. This was the main purpose of mobile. But nowadays, if you see, we are using mobile more than that. And now that with the large social media, people are not calling anyone. They are just texting, they are just having sending a snaps, etc., sending a messages. So now you can see how fast it has been evolved. I am taking example of mobile so that everyone can correlate. Similarly, you can see the movie experience. So just remember last time when you watched the movie in theaters, and now there was only way to watch movies in theater, which is the latest movies. But nowadays you can see even you don't need to go to theater to watch the latest movies. You have Hotstar, you have Netflix, you have Amazon Prime, and latest content is available on your tab. So you, why this is possible? Just because of technology. And whether you are in healthcare industry, whether you are in a banking, whether you are in education sector, wherever computer is being used, DevOps engineer is must have person in that company. Why? Because now you can see there is a people of who are learning .NET, Java, JS, Node.js, then Visual Basics you may have heard. Now people are using Python. Now there will be upcoming languages like R, Groovy. So developer has to change their way. They have to evolve. New languages they need to learn. Technology is going to change, but DevOps engineer still remains the same and constant. Why? Because we don't need a specific technology. In DevOps, we don't have to dependent in Java, we don't need to learn .NET, but we need to learn the tools. So it's like, let's take a simple example. You want to buy a car. What first thing you do? You go to a driving school, right? You go to a driving school, you take an admission and you drive any car. So whether it irrespective of you are buying SUV, sedan, hatchback, MPV, what you do? You learn any car which is available in the training school and you get hands-on on that car. So am I right? Or let's say you are going to buy a Mercedes, then you directly drive a Mercedes in training school. Does it happen? No, right? Why? Because you are understanding the functionalities of it. You are understanding how car runs, how what is gear, what is clutch, what is accelerator, ABC. We have to learn ABC, accelerator, brake, clutch. If you understand when to accelerate, when to brake, when to apply clutch, and when to change gear, you can drive any car. Is it right statement? Type yes, Y in the chat. If you think it's a true statement, type Y in the chat box. If you know how to when to accelerate, when to brake, and when to apply clutch, and or let's make it simple. If you learn any car, you can drive any car, other car. You don't need to have there is not a difference a lot. Is it a correct statement? Type Y in the chat box. Hello, am I audible? Yeah, I want responses from everyone.
Yes, Sanjay, you're audible. Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't want a passive listener, because the passive people are not supported by the DevOps industry. If you need to be prompt, you need to be attentive, because our job is not just like writing like a developers writing code and pushing into the GitHub repository. We have to be much vigilant than that. Okay, I can see why. Yes, yes. Okay, perfectly. So now I'm just trying to start with slowly when everyone can correlate and you can understand how DevOps is. So similarly, we have to learn the tools, DevOps tools. Okay. So now let's say technology evolves. Means for example, nowadays in CI/CD, what we do, we use Jenkins, we use Azure DevOps, we use GitHub Action. In future, there may be a new tool. So what we have to do, we have to understand the new tool and we have to learn it, how to use it. Then remaining steps will be the same. Just like car gets updated. Now automatic cars are there. Now you can see if you have seen the latest car, they have automatic parking feature. But it is what it is add on. But the basic experience, how to drive car is not going to change. Similarly, the role of DevOps engineer is not going to change. It is going to the same, though there are latest technologies, latest languages, latest tool, AI, anything comes to picture, role of DevOps engineer is going to same with little upgrade. You need to upskill over a time with the latest tools and technologies. Okay. So let me know if you are getting a value, you are enjoying the session, or it is, if I am going fast, let me know you are going fast. If I am very slow, let me know that in the comment box, because this session is for you, and I want you have taken some time, so it should be valued. So you should, today you should get some value out of it, whether you join class or not join class, because here our main purpose is not to earn the money. We are here, we all are working professionals, we have very good packages, we are getting a salary. So this is something giving back to the community. So that's the approach. So here we want, if you are spending some time with Tramps Lab, you should get value, and that is important for us. So that's why we are here to give the best knowledge of the industry which is currently used in the market. Okay. Otherwise, there are a lot of platforms like Udemy, YouTube, multiple platforms are there, where you will get the lot of tools, lot of courses, crash courses, and you can learn from there. But then what you will be missing, you will missing a mentor, the right coach, like right approach. If you got any stuck, if you got any issue, so what should you do? And this is not like only support we providing throughout the class or your batch. We will support you, help you to get you placed till your career. Like not like for example, if you completed the class, you got the first job. It's not like that. We believe in a long term relationship. So that's what it is. Okay. So now a lot of discussion. Let's get started into the what is DevOps and why need of DevOps, because a lot of people are freshers here. So I want to start from the little basic so that everyone will understand. Okay. So one more thing, be attentive. And okay, so now what I have done, I have shared my screen, and everyone should be on a screen need of DevOps. Okay. If anyone is not able to see that, please check your internet connection. Okay. So now here, let's try to understand what is need of DevOps. So now I want to go into the straight to the topic. So there is a thing like this is a practical issues which happens in the organization. So for example, what happens? Developer creates application, it runs on his machine, but whenever we put into the staging or dev, it fails. So developer says it's running smoothly or perfectly fine on my machine, then it's not a fault of a code. It's a fault of maybe environment or a configuration. But being a DevOps engineer, our role is not application should run, it should run stable and reliable as well. Means for example, let's take example of a Hotstar. Everyone has seen matches on IPL, where if you see when match starts, there are very less viewers, like 50 lakhs, 20 lakhs. And when someone is about a win, or let's say Virat Kohli is playing on 90, you see immediately the viewership count goes from 20 lakh to 3 crore 5 cr. So this is a DevOps rule. Like just running is not sufficient for me. What we want as a DevOps engineer, we want stable, scalable application. So that's a role of a DevOps engineer, which DevOps engineer has to play. So what, how we can do that? So we use a multiple tools to test the developer code. We use a code quality. Let's say developer has written 100 lines of code, but in actual only 10 lines of code is useful. Remaining 80 lines of code is just garbage. Like there, like he has written if else statements which never clicks or which never enter into setup into the criteria. So if this kind of code is written by developer, then again, we are DevOps engineers, we don't understand. And being a DevOps engineer, we cannot be master in Java, .NET, Python. So multiple languages we cannot be, no one cannot be a good in all languages. So being DevOps engineer, what we do? we integrate a tool which is called as a code quality check. So that tool scan the entire code written by the developer and it generate the report like the code quality is 50%, code quality is 80%, code quality is 90%, like that. And if that, then we have a certain agreement between dev team and DevOps team, like until and unless your code quality meets more than 80%, we are not going to push this code into the test or QA environment. So when we meet the code quality more than 80%, then only that code will be pushed to the QA environment. Why? Because tool has tested it, verified it, because we know human can have mistakes. Like when we have a human are prone to do the mistake because it is a natural tendency of human. So what we do, we use a tools. So the tools will check the code quality. Okay, not only quality, again we have to ensure the security as well. Let's say developer has used some libraries which are out of date, and that library may create a vulnerabilities. Means what? That library will have a loophole where system can be compromised or your system can be hacked. So for that, again we use tools which is called as a security tool. Like the role of that tool is it will scan all the code, it will check if the code is written or the code has used the latest library, latest best practices, and then it creates a again report. If it has some old files, old libraries, then we will not push that code to the dev environment. So now here you can see how powerful role of a DevOps engineer is. Doesn't matter the code who has written, he is a solution architect, he is a developer, senior developer, doesn't matter. Until and unless our tool satisfies the basic requirements, code quality, code security, we are not going to push your code to the dev environment. So that validation has to done by the DevOps engineer. So now you will understand how important it is. It because if you have banking domain, you are working in a for banks, you are creating the application and the code has some vulnerability, so you can think of how much business loss can occur. So that's why DevOps rule is a sensitive as well as more responsible as well. But here, do we have to do it? No. What we have to learn? We have to learn the tool. So that tool integration part, we have to learn it. Okay. Then let's understand what is DevOps. Okay. So now here, what was happening? You can see in previous times, what was happening? There were a team which is called as a build and packaging team. So DevOps term was not evolved. So this is a new term which started from last 10 to 12 years. Before that, it was called as a build and package engineer. So what was the role? So developers are engaged or busy with the writing the applications. They are more focused to the giving more features to the client. They are their main focus should be development. They should not be involved into the operations or like let's say everyone has installed Notepad++. Everyone has installed any mobile application in your phone. It may be Android, it may be iOS. So there is a package need to create. So in your Android, you see APK we use. If you are installing Windows application, you use download exe from the internet. So there is a process. Developer will write code into the lines, number of lines, and DevOps engineer will create build out of it, or applications MSI package will create by the DevOps engineer. So that is our role. So it was earlier called as a build and packaging engineer. But now what happened? There was a lot of gap. Like developer is writing a code, then it is being tested by tester, then it will checked by UAT, like user acceptance test, and then finally it will get deployed. So there was a lengthy process which was a time consuming, and previously they were using a waterfall model that we will understand in completely waterfall model. If you are from engineering background, you might already know what is waterfall model. So let me know in the chat if you know waterfall model. I want answer, responses from everyone. Okay. So waterfall model is a model which says you have to go with one phase by another phase. Then this was having a lot of drawbacks. So then we industry started using agile way. So what is agile? Agile means what? You don't need to wait till developer develops entire application. Let's say today developer created a login page. So just deploy it and share it to the QA team so that they will test it. Once QA team tested it, send it to the end user like product owner, UAT team, and then they will verify it. It means what will happen at the same time of development is developer is developing the code, it will being tested by the tester, it will being approved by the end user. So this is called as agile way. So I am just giving a very 1000 feet overview of waterfall model and agile model just to understand, and you should not feel irrelevant what terms I am using. So this is the phenomena which is used. So what it does, it improved the speed of development. Means what? Let's say previously the application delivery was taking a time of 6 months. So now this process reduced it to the 3 months because everything is going, all teams are engaged and all teams are working parallelly. So now here there was a need to upscale the support team. For example, the build and package engineer who were responsible creating a builds, there was need to upskill themselves, like they need to train on tools. So and there were some developers. So what happened? The- From the developer dev word came, from the operation team ops word came, and they merged it, and now they created a DevOps. So you can see, so these are the two people, John and Wine. They are from the development team, develop apps, maintain code, and fix bugs. And then these are the operation, Kane and Adrian. So these two people are from the operation team. So here the role of these two people is monitor system health, deploy applications, and operate infrastructure. So now what industry said, let's merge these two and create a new team called a DevOps team. So now here these people are responsible for bug fixes, maintaining code, developing applications, and monitoring system health. So this has been merged and new DevOps term is created. So over the time, as it was a very basic concept DevOps. So now it has been evolved to SRE again, then MLOps, AOps. So this is getting evolved. Like just like when the first Ford who created the four-wheeler, he created the gears, but he forgot to put the reverse gear into it. That car was able to move forward only, it was not going backward, or it was not having the gear to reverse the car. With time it has evolved. Now we see the cars has auto parking, we have 360-degree views, we have radar, ADAS level 2 systems. So it is getting evolved. But in IT also, the role of DevOps engineer, which it was set, is getting evolved day by day. And now the DevOps role is completely matured, and now all industry admit with using the DevOps practices, their revenue is getting high, their application quality is getting improved, security levels are getting improved. So now every company, whether it is a startup or it is a full complex company, everyone has DevOps engineer team. So I will show you in the uh, upcoming slide, say time, the roles and opportunities for the DevOps engineer. So let's see. I just said a generic term. Let's understand in a definition way what it is definition. And if you see, read a DevOps on every other DevOps is defined in various ways. So you will not find a common definition of a DevOps. So in general, I am saying the what is this DevOps is a methodology that promotes collaboration between development and operation teams. This allows deploying code to production faster and in an automated way. It helps to enables rapid deployment of products. So this is a definition, you can say, of a DevOps. It will change if you change the context. So this is what we have understood about DevOps. Okay, so now your turn. Let me know, have you understand what is DevOps role? Does anyone has not understood? Let me know. If you have understood, type Y in the chat box. You have understood what is a DevOps and what is a role. I am not expecting you should have understood 100%. At least you should have the general idea like what DevOps engineer do. If you have that, please type Y in the chat box. I want responses from everyone. Very good. Okay. If you are great. So if you are not understood, type N in the chat box without any hesitation, because it's not like everyone will on the same page. Some people take some time to understand the concept. If you have any doubt till this topic which we have discussed, let me know in the chat box. Or if you, okay, if you have understood, please do not hesitate to press Y so that it will give me an indication like I can start the next slide. Okay. So I don't see any no, I see all yes without hesitation. So don't worry. If you're not understand, you can see. Okay, so don't worry, we will be providing a recording as well. So no need to worry. Okay, that's great. You are, so everyone is typing why, it means you are attending session sincerely. So I appreciate everyone here. Okay, great. So claps for all of you. You have in the session and you are attentive. Okay, no problem. That's great. So let's move ahead. Okay. So I just wanted to check whatever we have discussed, is everyone understood? What is a DevOps in general terms you should able to understand. I am not expecting you should understand the complete role. That is not accepted. That is not expected from your side. What is my expectation? Whatever we are discussing, you should understand it and you should enjoy the learning process. Okay, great. So let's move ahead in the session. And okay, so now this is a summary of a DevOps benefits. If any organization is using a DevOps practices, what are its benefits? So you can see, first is reliability, reduce your time to recover. So what it means? Let's say you may have seen uh, YouTube is experiencing a downtime. You people last recently YouTube was server was down, WhatsApp server was went down. So and we see this message from all the time from the banks multiple times. Our bank server is undergoing maintenance, so we will not able to serve. So this is very important. Reduce your time to recover means if your WhatsApp has stopped working, it take hardly 30 minutes to 1 hour to get recovered. So this is the main advantage. So now you can think of the people are doing a trades. Everyone is putting their money into trade market, and the application which you use, like it may be a Zerodha, 5 paisa, that application went down for 10 minutes. What will be the impact? The people will lose a money, and they will and the companies will lose the trust. and this will be a huge loss for that company. Hence, DevOps is irreplaceable. So here, if something fail, so that is obvious thing. Like if it, in the term of technical industry technology, it may be a Google, it may be a Amazon, it may be a Microsoft. Let there be any company. If it's technical related things, it is going to fail. But here, the DevOps methodology solves how quickly we can resume everything to the normal process, and that is why DevOps has added advantage. Then there is a lower risk, shorter development cycle, stability, then faster updates. So now you may receiving the multiple times WhatsApp updates very fast. You may get notification like we have introduced this feature in WhatsApp. For same thing for your mobiles, if you are using any Android or iOS phone, you may receive the message like latest update is available, right? So why this is possible? Just because of implementing the DevOps. Then better user experience. Better user experience is why better user experience? Depending on the user from which area it is going to log in or going to use the application, DevOps engineer, what it does, it redirect to the nearest server. So latency will be less and user will have fast download and upload thing. Okay. Then fewer failures. Why fewer failures? Because we test it before implementing. We test first code quality. We test it for the uh, code vulnerabilities, and then we run some automated test as well, which is written by the QA teams as well. So we test it thoroughly. So that's why it has a fewer failures. Then higher quality and faster productive delivery and cost savings. So what is cost saving? Okay. So now you will see, if I am hiring a DevOps engineer into my organization, let's say whatever amount, let's say uh, the average salary of DevOps engineer starts from, if you are a fresher, I'm talking about average. Okay. So you 5 lakhs to 40 lakhs. So this is a salary. If you are a beginner or fresher, your salary package should start from 5 lakhs. If you have 10 to 15 years of experience, your salary should be 40 lakhs to 50 lakhs. And if you are a DevOps architect role, then your salary should be more than 70 lakhs. So this is a salary of current market industry. It depends on company to company. Some companies offer more than that, which I have said. Some companies offer lesser, which I have quoted. But this is a general trend of a DevOps salary, and we will check it uh, in few minutes so that there will be no doubt from your end. Okay. So who can learn DevOps? So the all participants who have joined this seminar, everyone can learn DevOps. How? Just like, remember those days when you were a kid, everyone learned how to drive a bicycle, right? See, as simple as that. But then what happened? You did a practice. Similarly, in for DevOps also, we will be teaching you the tools. We will be taking some technical sessions. We will show some demo. We will create some projects so that you have to practice. And when to practice? On weekends? No, sooner the better. Immediately after the class is over, you have to practice. If you are working or you have some other commitments, then you can at least try before joining the next class. You are prepared what we have learned in yesterday's class. Let's say today morning 7 to 8 a.m. we learn Linux commands. So when you will see in the class, you will see it's very easy. So what happens? The human tendency is generally to avoid it, but you don't have to do it. You have to practice whatever we learned in the today's class same day, or until, if you morning is not possible, you have to practice in the afternoon session. So as per your time availability, you have to practice. If you are practicing the concepts immediately after we learn in the class, then you will have the higher confidence, and that confidence will encourage you to start attending the interviews. And once you give a 2 to 3 interviews, then definitely you will crack one or two interviews, and that will be your happy learning process, which will give and it which will tell you you are on the right track. So for the freshers also this applies. For the experienced one, same trick will apply, and you will have the difference. Like for the freshers, being a fresher, if you have get advantage, like you know more than the required in the, like for example, expectations are less when you are presenting yourself as a fresher. The interviewer expects less from you, but if you have done assignments, if you have done projects, you will be able to answer each and every question of the interviewer, and then interviewer will get definitely impressed. Because if you let's take a simple example, you have to hire a driver to drive your car. Okay, so what you are doing, you are giving the average salary which is industry standard for the driving. Okay, and you found that driver is not only driving the car, he knows how to fix the car if breakout happens. So then tell me, which one driver you will hire? Definitely with the driver which has having multi skill, multi talent, right? Similar goes with us. So if we are learning a DevOps tools, we are having good hands on, and those tools are not learned by the other fresher students, definitely we will get preferred. And for the experienced will also. So for experience, scheduling interview is very easy for you because you already working. So your interview schedule will be much easier. And then how to convince the interviewer panel? After completing this course, you can present your 2 to 3 years of experience easily. And if you go beyond, then you can show 4 to 5 years experience as well. But again, it depends how much experience you are putting on your resume. The depth of interview will be in that way only. So here everyone is welcome. The what you need to understand is you must know how to use computer. That is the basic requirement, because we are not going to teach you how to use a computer. If you know, and if you are using the computer from, so nowadays I know everyone knows how to use a computer. It's not a computer is accessible for everyone, so anyone can learn. Okay, so now here what we are learning into the course. So first we will start from Linux, because Linux is very important. Again, the people who don't know what is Linux, Linux is operating system just like your Windows operating system or your Android operating system. Linux is most secure, most stable operating system as compared to the Windows. So people prefer to host their application on Linux server only. So that's why we need to learn Linux. So do we need to learn Linux administration kind of stuff? No, we need to learn a basic Linux commands, just like we use a laptop for our day-to-day life. Similar basic commands, how to copy files, how to save the files in Linux, that basic commands we have to learn in Linux. Next thing is scripting. What is scripting? So now people get confused here. There is a coding and scripting. Coding means people think I am joining DevOps sir just because I don't like coding. But now what is the scripting? Is it a coding? No. Scripting is very easy language, which is 80% of English language. Means here you don't need to put a lot of logic. You don't need to use any complex algorithms. You have to learn a simple straightforward statements, and those are written in English. If you understand what is written there, you will able to write the scripts. And now with the over use of AI and ChatGPT, you don't have to worry a lot. You just need to have a basic understanding, and ChatGPT will write any script for you. So you just need to understand what that script is doing. That's it. And now almost 80 to 90% companies have started using ChatGPT in their companies, so that DevOps engineer will be more productive, and cost saving approach as well. Okay, so this is a scripting. Then Git is what? So Git is a tool which helps for the version control. Means, let's say we developer write today code, it write it as a 1.0. In next sprint, he will release the 1.1. And let's say we have latest code pushed on the production. Means latest code is running on the machine, production servers, but unfortunately that application got crashed. So we should able to restore that application immediately. So now it's a time consuming to find out why application crashed. Sometimes it may take a lot of time. So what is the easy way? We know the version 1.0 was running smoothly without any issues, so that user will not have any impact. So we should able to roll back easily. So that's why to do that rollback, Git is a version control tool which help us. So we will be learning that Git. Then there is GitHub. What is GitHub? Difference between Git and GitHub. Git is running locally on your machine, and GitHub, when we have to use on a cloud, so we have to use GitHub. So there is a little difference between Git and GitHub. We will learn both the tools. Then there is a configuration management. Then CI/CD, monitoring cloud and containers. So now here I will not go in depth because it will make confuse you, because I don't want to put a lot of information in a first day or first session. So we will have slowly start of each section, and we will learn and we will try to master that skill set. So this will be our learning journey. We will start from Linux, then we will learn Linux scripting, Git, GitHub, configuration management. We will learn here Terraform. In CI/CD, we will learn Azure DevOps. For monitoring, there is a Prometheus, Grafana, and cloud and containers. So in containers, we will learn Docker and Kubernetes. So once we learn all this, then we are ready to apply the interviews. Okay. So now here, this is a complete picture of DevOps. So if you have observed, the logo of DevOps is infinite loop, means it is never ending process. So let's understand how it works. So first, developer write a code, then we build the applications, then QA team test it, and then we release it for the production. Once it is released, then it is deployed to the production server, then it is operated, then we continuously monitor it. If something fails or we found some performance issues, we again create a plans to fix it, and again we write a code to fix this. So this is a never ending loop, and here in every phase we have to use the different tools, and we have to learn all the tools which are used in this infinite loop. So what are those tools? So let me show you. Okay, so now you will see these are the tools. Okay, so do we need to learn all those tools? Again, let's come back to my previous example. If we have to drive a car, it may be SUV, MP, hatchback, sedan, do we need to practice all the cars? No. We can practice on any car, we can master it, and then as per requirement, we can drive any car. You may have seen the wallet parking, right? So the wallet parking, what they do, they they don't ask like which car model you have or what. They have basic understanding how work, car can be driven. So they take a key from you and they park your car. Similarly, these are the very few list of tools. There are many tools to it, but again, it totally depends on company to company, which company uses what tool. For example, for CI/CD, some companies are using Jenkins, some companies prefer Azure DevOps, some companies prefer GitHub Action, some company may use Circle CI. So again, company to company, the tools will change. So what we have to do? So we will learn the common tools which will help you to upgrade to any tool. So that's the main course content. We will prepare your all basic tools. So using those tools, you will be easily able to understand any tool which you have to use in future or in your current company. So these are the lot of tools. Okay, then what we will learn? So as I told, we will learn Linux, then we will learn Git, GitHub, Azure DevOps. So why Azure DevOps? Okay, so Azure DevOps uses YAML based pipeline. So if you learn Azure DevOps YAML based pipeline, you will learn YAML scripts. So once you learn YAML, you will able to write the pipeline for GitHub action. So that is again a CI/CD tool. Then you will able to write the Kubernetes manifestation files, because those are also written into the YAML. So we have choose the right tool which will help you to upgrade yourself easily or quickly. Terraform, that is a must have tool in the market currently, then Docker, Kubernetes, and we will have projects. So again, so these are the basic tools which we will learn, and these tools are having huge demand in the industry. Okay, so now I will open the session forum for the question and answers. If you have any questions related to this, let me know. If anything you don't understand, and we will have a quick demo followed by that. But I just want every you should not forget what question you have, and so that's why I am stopping here for a minute. If you have any question or any part you don't understand, you can ask me. Am I audible to everyone?
Yeah, Sanjay.
Okay,
Guys, please ask any doubts if you have, whatever the topics the Sanjay sir has covered, whatever the doubt.
it may be job related, it may be syllabus related, it may be anything. Like here you came with a purpose. Okay, so if you think I have a doubt to achieve my purpose, then any question you have, you can ask here without any hesitation.
Sanjay, someone has asked in the chat, what is the tenure for this course? So I said approximately 60 hours. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 60 hours we are committing, but you will get more than that. Six, uh, s- 60 to 70 hours, and we will not complete the course until you have the clear understanding of it. Okay. And here you have like people have little hesitation to speak in public or speak in front of it. So avoid that. So here everyone is came for learning. You may have some better skills than me or some other else. So you may not, no one is perfect here. So no one will have 100% knowledge about any domain. So if you think like this is a simple question, how should I ask? Don't hesitate. The rest of the people will also have the same question. Okay, great. So Shubham has the first question. Uh, Shubham, please unmute and ask your question.
Hello.
Yeah, hi Shubham.
Hi, Sanjay. Okay, first of all, thank you for this short session that you have introduced us with DevOps. And my question is, like I have understood what would be the like academics for this course, like how we are going to start with Linux scripting and then Git and every other tool that you have mentioned. But I have a sort of doubt where I have an experience in support role. It's been almost 3 years since I'm working, and which is like having somewhere self-doubt in within me if I am trying to switch or if I'm trying to change some domain, like not completely changing the domain because I have already worked on Azure and cloud related tools, Active Directory and other things as well. But how this will help me to be in DevOps, and what should be the path, or how how just can I start with this journey
Yeah,
as an experienced candidate? Because you have mentioned, right, with the experience that you are showing it on your resume, the interview would get, like, the interviewer will ask more depth questions or something like that. So if I'm trying to or planning to do this, what time and what would be the time period that I should give to this learning process?
yeah, very good question. First of all, you are on a right track. Okay, so now you are working as a support engineer. That was I understood. You are already working with the cloud technologies, right?
Yes,
Okay,
my role
so
is
now
cloud and infra support.
your role is cloud and
Infra support.
okay, great. So now,
Infra.
if you have seen in your organization, so you may see this is a ladder for you, this course. So now, even if cloud engineers, though the companies, different companies are having different uh, nomenclature. For example, all companies will hire you for working on these tools, but they will not necessarily give you the title as a DevOps engineer. Some companies will give you a uh, cloud engineer title. Some company will give you a just analyst title. Some will say software engineer. So every company has different structure of how they give. But if you are a cloud engineer, okay, so how you create the resources in cloud? You must be doing it manually or using a tool called Terraform, Ansible. What tools you are using currently in your organization? Shubham, this is a question to you. Like how you are creating the resources using a Terraform, Ansible, or you are just creating it manually?
Like, whoever new user is creating there, we are not creating it, but we are organizing their, like, what can I say, accesses and other parts from Active
Okay,
Directory and Azure Active Directory as well. So I'm not
okay,
exactly creating a user from any of the tools that you have mentioned, but yeah, we are
okay,
supporting the users that they have created already.
okay. Which services you are using currently uh, for cloud?
Sorry, services as in,
For example, Amazon virtual machines or Amazon.
oh, VMware we are using for virtual
Okay,
machines, and for any other tools, like, if we are, like, modifying the virtual machines, we are using, like, we are doing it manually also with Nutanix. There is one tool, and the other is Azure itself. We
okay.
want to
So
anything
now
from
I
the
will.
market.
Okay, great. So now thing is, uh, you are doing a small part of your organization. There is much to that. There are other teams in your organization who were taking care of creating virtual machines, creating a servers, creating infrastructures. So how they are doing it? So they are using either Terraform, they are using cloud formation if you are using AWS, or they are using a bicep if you have Azure infra in your place. So in short, it is called as a infrastructure as a service. So this course will help you to get promoted to the next level. For example, you can apply for the senior, like whatever you are doing. Okay, you are just support role, right? And this will show interviewer like you are eager to upgrade yourself, and that's why you have learned these DevOps tools. So first of all, if the people who are working in company, they can apply for internal roles. So that is very smooth and easy way to get promoted. How? Because every company has the policy of IJP, that is called the internal joining process. For example, if in your organization there are roles like cloud engineers, DevOps engineers, they will post on your job portal, and you get preferred because you already understand the company, you already understand the company culture, and you are the trusted one. So if you got that opportunity, use it, because you can go for IJP and you will get internal. So the interview will be scheduled again with the manager who is hiring that candidate, and then you will get an advantage because he will understood like this person was working on this and this profile. With that, he has learned these tools. So it shows your learning ability, and it will give you a good chance to get selected for the interview, because uh, getting a job is not just about learning the tools. For example, if I have a person, let's say I am an interviewer, I have a two persons. One is very good at any tools. If I ask him any question about any tool, he is able to do it. And another person is not good in technology, but he is very good. He is a punctual. He speaks politely with everyone. He follows the company policies, guidelines. But the other person who has an extra knowledge, but he is a rude. So being a manager or interviewer, I always select a candidate who fits the company culture and company value rather than his technology and skill set. Because in company, we need a collaboration of teams. It's not like individual someone is doing and he has to do it. No, he should be able to create the document, he should be able to train the other resources as well. So here you can anyone will take a little bit on technology knowledge, but culture and approach no one will going to compromise. So here that will give you advantage for the IJP, not only for you, those people you are working in your company and they have the similar roles like DevOps, cloud engineer, infra engineer, where they are looking for the automation engineers. So you will get an advantage of it. Okay, so this will definitely help you. Okay, so now I will show a little demo of how we can create the resources. So now you will have the clear understanding of your role. So being a, okay, let me share my screen first. Okay, so everyone can see my screen. So this is a Azure portal. You can see this is Azure portal. Here I have to create a simple virtual machine. Okay, so what are the steps? The people who never had seen created a cloud, or you can just understand. Here my intention is not to teach you how cloud works. My intention is how you are going to make difference in your company. So that's the intention of this small demo, very small demo. So what we are going to do, let's say, let's take a scenario. We have a ticket, or we got a requirement from the development team. We want one server to host our application. So generally, cloud team will what will do? There are two ways to do it. One is manual, another is automation. So first thing, let's do it manually and see how much time it takes. And so let's, what I will do, I will log into this portal. First thing, I will create a resource group. So now let's create a server one manually, RG dev, RG for resource group, development server. Let's give any name. Doesn't, I created a resource group, create. Now you can see the time, how much time it takes when I am doing the manually. So you can see resource created, RG development. So I have to create first resource group. Then I have to create a virtual machine. Let's say I have to create the Ubuntu server. I will go click create Ubuntu server. So here group it has to create. So we have created RG development server. What is the virtual machine name? We need to put that virtual machine name VM dev server Ubuntu. Then we have to select the region where we have to create availability zone. So I don't want to any infrastructure redundancy. So I am just skipping it. Then VM architecture I have to select. Then I have to select the size, what cost it will be there. So I am not making any changes here. Just using as it is, and I will click review plus create, and I will create it. So now you can see there are multiple manual stages are involved here when you are doing manually. So what is the problem when you are doing anything manually? So there is a chance you may make a mistake. Okay, what mistake you can do? The first, you will select the wrong instance, you will select the wrong region, because accidentally it may happen if you are not attentive or you are taking a time. So let's say this development team frequently need of this server which is having fixed configuration. So again, every time spending 5 to 10 minutes manual work is not a good, right? Because we are a DevOps engineer. So what we can do here, we can automate this process. So how we can do automate it? So we can automate it using Terraform or CI/CD. So for Terraform and CI/CD, we can, for Terraform, we can create this server automatically. But again, if we want to schedule this, like for this time it should be created, and if development team has a POC and after POC they want to delete it. So for to delete it, we again need to go manually find the server, we have to delete all the resources like that. So this stuff will happen. So this is again a manual work. So if we use a CI/CD tool to automate this, so now you can see how easy it will happen. So this is a pipeline. So you can see this is a Azure DevOps tool, CI/CD tool. So now if you don't understand anything, don't get worried. We are going to learn each and everything in deep. So here, what I need to do, I need to create a 3 stages: Terraform validate, Terraform deploy, and Terraform destroy. So what is this? Terraform validate means it will check the prerequisites to create the virtual machine. If everything is perfectly fine, this is called a TF validate. What is TF deploy? TF deploy will create actual server. And what is TF destroy? So this TF destroy will allow you to delete the server once your POC is completed or you don't need this server anymore. So in that case, we use TF destroy. So I will show you what how we will write the pipeline. Okay. So this is a pipeline which we have to write it. So at this point, you may not able to understand anything. Don't need to worry about it. We are going to start this from very basic. So I just wanted to show you the POC or like a small proof of concept, how we can automate this process and how we are going to help the organization. For example, let's say you are the engineer who has the access to create these virtual machines in your company, and you are on a leave, and now there is a need to create the instance, and you are the only one who has the access. Okay, so the problem is you cannot give access to any other person because it's a sensitive area. If you made a mistake, then your company will have a impact. So in that case, what you can do, you can create a pipeline. So this kind of pipeline, and you can give access to the pipeline. So anyone who will run this pipeline will able to create a virtual machine. So here you don't need to worry about the person will doing a wrong thing. You don't need to give access to AWS or Azure infrastructure directly. So you can write this kind of pipeline, and what that person, this person even don't need to understand what has written here. He had to just click here, click on run. Then here you can see is destroy. So if this checkbox is enabled, that VM will get deleted. So now first he has to click on run, and you can see these 3 stages are running. So this TF validate, let me open it here. Okay. So now here something is happening. So by mechanism, what it is doing, it is checking all the things what's like it is communication with this Azure. So let me open you, let me open to home resource groups. Okay, now you can see there are 1, 2, 3, 4 resource groups. So here, what I have done, I have not just click run on pipeline. So it is started testing it. So I will show you. It is doing Terraform init, means it is doing initialization. Terraform validate, it is validating something. So what it is doing, that we will learn. So the first stage is completed successfully. Now it will run Terraform deploy. So this stage will create one resource group, just like we create this RG Terraform ADO. It will create one resource group and it will create the virtual machine as well. So you can see apply. Now it has started and this stage is completed. So these are step by step execution. So Terraform plan. So this is plan means what? What kind of resource you are going to create. So this stage will show you everything, like what kind of resource is going to create it. If you see here, Terraform apply, it will show what kind of resources are being created. So here you can see no changes. It is showing no changes because this configuration server is already created and this will create this one upskill one resources. So this resource group has been automatically created. It has created one virtual machine as well. So using this pipeline. So now here you can see just running the pipeline, I am able to create virtual machine and everything. So this is a task of a DevOps engineer to automate the things. Okay. So I hope everyone understood. If you have not understood any process, let me know. So
San, yeah, Sanjay, I think demonstration over, right?
yeah, demo session is over.
Yeah. So let's ask for the any doubts so that we can answer for it. And some people are asking for duration and timing and all. You have anything to say? Some like
Yeah, timing. Timing we will see. So now what will happen? Now you have seen the demo. We will start the admission process. So then we will try to accommodate all the participants and common time will be used so that everyone can join smoothly. In case if you are not matching the time, let's say we decided 7 to 8 morning time and you have some job or other obligations and you are not able to join. So what you can do, you will get the recordings of that. You can watch the recording. And for those students like who are not, so first thing we will try everyone will be comfortable. That time slot we will define, right, Prabhu?
yeah, right, right.
Uh, in any case, like if the provided time slot is not suiting you, so you will have recordings and you can watch the recordings. And if you have any doubts, so we will have WhatsApp group there. We will act as a learning community. So whatever doubts you are doing, let's say you are doing a practical and you got some error, so you will have post the screenshot of that error and all the learning participant will help you to solve that error. If that error is not resolved till, so I will also see it and I will share the resolution for that. So that way we will work as a learning community. Because as you know, I am also working. So you will, let's say you got error immediately, I will not able to see it or respond it till time all other students who have done that practical, they are also have that error, so they have resolved it. So they will help you to fix that. If they are failed to fix like after, then I will help you to fix it. I will provide the steps to fix it. So that way we will create a very good learning community across our class, and everyone here will help you to fix your issues. So maximum time we will try to accommodate everyone on a live session, so that if you have any question in the live session, you can ask it. Otherwise, you can use the WhatsApp group where you will have a questions, you can post it there, and everyone will try to answer it, and we will have a very good learning community. Okay, then we will have less theory session and more focus on practicals, because theory is a part which you can learn easily. You can read it from anywhere. We will be sharing you the official documentation of each tool, and I will show you how to use that, so that in future also you will be a independent working professional. And more we will do on a practical sessions. Our focus will be on more practical, so that you will have confidence. For this, what you need, you just need a Windows laptop or Linux any laptop, and cloud account is not required immediately. So first we will start from Linux. So we will practice on your own laptop. You don't need a internet connection also to practice the Linux commands. When we will start the projects, I will help you to set up your AWS or Azure account, whatever you are preferable. And then I will help you to create your Azure DevOps organization. This is totally free. You don't need to pay a single rupee to any cloud provider for using any tool. So we will create, I will share one script with you. If in case you create a resource and forgot to delete it, that script will help you to delete that resource automatically. So, and that similar script you will also do in the session. So you don't need to pay a single rupee for any AWS or Azure. We will create your free accounts for all tools. Okay. Does anyone has any other question?
Sanjay, do we have the session from tomorrow or we start from day after tomorrow? So that
Uh,
first three demo sessions are free. Let them
okay.
join, right?
Mhm.
So later then we can start with the registration process if someone is interested.
Okay. But what should be the time where everyone is comfortable? If
7 we can start with. Let them watch the videos, demo videos if is not they are not able to join. Uh, but where it is possible for them, 7 is fine, I guess, because you are also having office after that.
yeah. So let me know. Type yes if you are comfortable with morning 7 to 8.
Otherwise, you'll create a poll in the WhatsApp group. Let's see.
Yeah, yeah. That poll will be the beneficial, and it will help us to find. Okay. So you are not talking, but I want. I expect everyone should participate. If you have a question, you can ask freely. If you have any doubt, you can raise here. Prabhu and I are here to help you to upskill your learning process and get to you placed. So not for, so this course will not only related to the DevOps. I will have some sessions for you where I will teach you how to create a ATS friendly resume. What is ATS friendly resume? Nowadays, you see, you applied on a LinkedIn Naukri. For a single job, there are 100 plus resumes are coming. So it is not possible for any one or any human to read 100 of resumes. So what they do, they have ATS system. So that system will screen your resume, and based on your skill set mentioned in your resume, it will select you or reject you. So how to create a ATS friendly resume, that I will going to demonstrate you. Then how to use Naukri and LinkedIn, or how to optimize it. Because people, what people do, people go for a premium subscription, Naukri premium, LinkedIn premium, and they think that they will get job. It never happens. See, what is power, whatever you have, if you know how to use it, then you don't need to go for any paid subscription. So I will teach you in a session Naukri, how to optimize your Naukri profile, how to create a LinkedIn profile, so that maximum recruiter will call you and schedule your interviews. At the same time, once you are complete with the course, the previous students and I will take your mock interviews. So the people who are from the previous batch who got placed in the company and me, we will take your mock interviews like round one, round two. so that you will have the complete onboarding experience of how company onboards to you in a real way. So that will help you. Okay, so that is in a nutshell. Okay, so now we Prabhu will create a poll in WhatsApp group. There you have to vote. So for example, if you are comfortable with morning 7 to 8 and 8 to 9, so you have to vote for both the options, so that we will come to know where maximum students can attend. And once we have 3 demo sessions, you will enroll to yourself. Then we will again, whoever has enrolled, we will try to adjust the available time slot so that you can learn maximum time online. And session will be Monday to Friday, 1 hour. Saturday Sunday you will have assignments, so you will do it, and you will, or you can practice whatever we have learned. Okay, so if you have any questions, raise your hand, type in the chat box. We are here to help you.
Okay, fine. Even in WhatsApp also you can put the question or doubts, guys. Sir will be there, and myself also in the group, so that we'll answer there itself, so that everyone will get to know. Maybe other people are having the same doubt who has not attended the session. Okay. Thank you for your time, guys. Thank you, Sanjay sir.
Thank you everyone, thank you for staying to the last session. That shows your learning appetite, and definitely we will serve you the best. Thank you everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Bye bye. Take care.